Well, hello out there, and this is Auntie. And I am coming out here to do a live review of Shahs of Sunset. Um, for all of you all, if this is your first time being here, I don't know why I say for all of you all. If this is your first time being here, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. For all of my new subscribers, thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. Hey boo. And to all of you all who have been with me for quite some time now, know that Auntie loves you. Y'all know I do. I had originally started doing Shahs of Sunset, and hey boo, and I had stopped. And so I decided, because of one of my viewers who have just been, Auntie, you have to do this, Auntie. Miss Dr. Lovey was like, I need you to come back out and do Shahs of Sunset. And so I am here to do that tonight. Hoping that you all are having a wonderful, wonderful week. You know, it's Monday, and you know, it's the first day back to work. So, you know, Auntie said, hey, let me go out here and start their Monday off right. You know, we can start it off right together and everything by chitty-chatting and doing what we do out here on this YouTube channel. I saw that Dr. Lovey just sent me a message and said, Auntie, is it East Coast time? Yes, Dr. Lovey, I'm hoping that you can be out here. I'm hoping you got your blue bell push so that you know that I am out here. So we have been seeing a whole lot of mess going on with the Shahs this season, and I'm just going to be kind of, hey boo, praying for everybody out in Houston. Haven't really been looking at my television because, as you all know, this weekend I moved my daughter back to college. So I haven't really been keeping abreast of that, but my heart and deepest sincere prayers go out to everybody in Houston who is dealing with a tragedy right now. My heart also goes out, and my prayers go out to Kevin Simmons, who has the Scorpion show. His mom went into emergency surgery yesterday, and so I am praying for Mama Scorpion and for all of the family, and I'm praying that she has a speedy recovery and that she comes out brand spanking new with a renewed mind, renewed strength to continue to walk this walk and to move on and to be there for her family. You know, oftentimes there's so much that's going on and you can't really keep up with everything, but I really, sweetie, I send my sincere prayers to you and yours. There was a young lady that came out, and do you have the Sunday link for 90 Day Fiance? Hi boo. No, I do not. I have okay. Okay. So anyway, you know how I do usually on my chat nightcaps. I end up having a nightcap and a little drink. Hi Nessa boo. I have a drink with you all, and then I sing a little teeny bit of a song. And sometimes, you know, I have to, you know, look at it and think about it, and look at it and think about it, and then I'll come up with, you know, a song. So this is my cup for the night. Yes, I'm going straight liquor store. You know how y'all see the little winos outside the store with their little white cups and everything? This is mine for tonight. Nope, it ain't nothing in here but some Diet Coke. But Auntie, you know, setting it off right. This is my first cup for the day. And so we're going to cheers all things Shahs of Sunset. We're going to cheers all things Dr. Lovey. And cheers all things to everybody who has asked me to do this review. Going, 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 going. Strumming my face with his fingers, singing my life with his words. Killing me softly with his song, killing me softly with his song, telling my whole life with his words. He was killing me softly. Y'all know that's my song, right? Reclaiming my time with his song. Oh, oh, la 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 la. Oh, 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 I gotta find my notes. So anyway, we are going to go back a little while. I think the last time that I did it, did the review on Shahs of Sunset was probably like episode 3 or episode 4. So we're going to travel backwards with these Shahs of Sunset people. And we're going to just go ahead on to discuss them up to this point. Since my daughter is away at college, I will be able to come out here and do more of my reviews that come on Sunday. You all do not forget, on September 26th, This Is Us, which is one of my favorite episodes, will be coming back. In addition, there will be, starting in October, there will be a show that will be coming on the OWN network that I will be reviewing personally. And that the name of that show is called Released. And that show is about people who have been imprisoned and they come back into everyday life with their families and try to pick up the pieces of their lives. Whether or not, you know, they're going to be examining whether or not they're going to be able to stay in society, or if they are the type of people who will commit a crime to go back into jail. So I will be personally reviewing that as well. So I'm just giving you all a heads up about the shows that I'm going to be reviewing. This Is Us and Released. Those should be phenomenal shows for us to look at. You know, it's coming up upon the cold season here on the East Coast, and so a lot of people will be in the house, and television is a big thing then. I will continue to do the shows, Little Women of Atlanta. I will be continuing to do that, and any other of those Little Women shows that come on, with the exception of LA. Like, I just cannot wrap my mind around the ignorance that goes on with those women. So trust me and believe me, I will not be like, because I will be coming, like Auntie will come out here every day and just like be cussing and hooping and hollering. And I just don't think that it's necessary for me to come out here and continually to act ignorant on behalf of the Little Women of LA. Like, I just can't do it. I will be, like I said, doing Little Women of Atlanta. From what I'm understanding from Money and from Miss Juicy Baby, this is supposed to be like a really firecracker year. They have already been recording, and this is supposed to be like the year, okay, for the Little Women. So we're going to see what happens. We're going to see whether or not Andrea actually goes back to Atlanta and will continue to twerk in business with her sister. I'm hoping that Amanda finds herself being able to live her own cotton freaking life. I mean, because after all, you are grown and you're not little kids anymore. So I'm hoping that that's going to be different. Y'all know that I will be reviewing the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Nene Leakes will be back. Kim will be back. And I'm just trying to see what these women are going to do this year. I haven't heard anything, nor have I been looking and digging underground to see whether or not Faye is coming back. Dangerous Phaedrus. Y'all know I call her Phaedrus. To see whether or not she's coming back. But y'all know I will be doing the reviews on the girls. And I'm hoping that, you know, they at least get some new people on there, because I'm tired of seeing Sheree with no storyline. I was tired of seeing her with Bob. You know what I'm saying? Trying to fake like she was going to go back to that man. She knew damn well she wasn't going back to no daggone Bob. But I mean, at least one thing that he did do was he got a texturizer in his head. He tried to step his game up. He was sweating all the time, looking like, you know, old Marion Barry, you know, he in DC on crack. And I just was like, you know, this is terrible. I understand that Kenya has got married. I know that the producers have been, you know, allegedly wrestling back and forth with her on whether or not her husband will be featured on the show. I feel a certain kind of way about it. I feel like, you know what, this is her life, and if she doesn't want to have her new husband on the show, she don't owe nobody jack. A lot of people, you know, feel the opposite way with me. They argue with me and tell me, Auntie, you did wrong about it. If this is a reality show and she's going to have her man out there and she's going to get married, then she owes it to the public for us to see her man. I don't agree with that. I don't sign up for that, you know, miss me with that, because I believe that Kenya has had so many problems in her relationships that she has brought on the show, whether or not they've been fabricated or they've been real live relationships. I just believe that, you know, she a grown-ass woman. She could do what she want to do and make decisions how she want to make them. That's just my opinion. So know that I'll be doing Real Housewives of Atlanta as well. Like, I've got a newfound freedom now that my daughter's at school, and trust me and believe me, me and my daughter are tight as white on rice. I'm trying to tell you, we tight like I don't know what. But just to, you know, to come out here and do the work that I do with the editing and stuff like that, I'll be able to do a lot more of that, because I don't have my duties and my time split between my daughter and split between my nieces and nephews out here. So I do want to say to all of those people who have been following me for a very long time, I thank you all so much for your patience and for being so kind to Auntie. I mean, you know, you all have endured with me, and you just been like, you know what, Auntie, we love you. Auntie, you funny. Auntie, we care about you. But I'm trying to tell you, sometimes it has been at the sacrifice of spending time with my daughter, and I had to learn how to, you know, as a mom, I had to learn how to balance that, balance work. And of course, some of you all, if you follow me on Facebook, you know that I also have a company where I do scholarships for children who cannot afford college tuition. And so that is another business that I run on the side, and I have quite a few kids who are seniors this year, and quite a few children who have reached out to me in their first semester of college, and they have found that the student loans are too much for them and too much for their family. Some children have walked away totally from college, totally from getting an education, because they have not had the opportunity to finance it. And so what I do on the side, y'all, along with everything else that I do, working a straight 9 to 10 job, okay, what I do on the side is I also help kids with scholarships. So if you know of any kids that, you know, need assistance and need guidance as far as, you know, trying to get financial dollars from sponsors, from companies, corporations, businesses, I mean, you know, from political leaders, let me know. Send them to aunties2cents@gmail.com, and I will try to assist as many children as I can. Now, there will be some of the shows I will be reviewing exclusively on Facebook. So if you are not following me on Facebook, please follow me on Facebook at Auntie's Advice. Starting in the month of September, I will be doing some shows exclusively there. So you will not be able to see them on YouTube. Neither will I be uploading them to YouTube. They will be totally Facebook videos, because I really want to get that page launched. I thankful for the women who have reached out to me, but that is one of the things that I want to really, hi boo boo, that is one of the things I really want to promote, and I really feel like it's much more personal than YouTube. Thank you, baby. It's much more personal than YouTube. So I will be coming out there on Facebook. As you all can see on YouTube, most of the time I try to go out there and read all your comments, and I try to reply. But, you know, it is what it is. So, anyway, we're going to, you know, having done all those PSAs, we're going to go ahead on and get into this review of Shahs of Sunset. If you all have any questions or anything else that you want me to talk about, y'all know y'all can always comment down at the bottom. I got my glasses on. Oh, my God, I can't, y'all. I tried to call you, Bill. See you to move, girl, all up in Philadelphia now. You do it, Bill. You said, I'm every woman. It's all in me. Anything you want done, Auntie, I'll do it naturally. Whoa, whoa. You go ahead, Kia. Congratulations, boo. I know you've been busy. I understand. Congratulations on your promotion and on your new job. Look, I'm out here acting like y'all sitting up in my living room. Okay. All right. So anyway, y'all, we're going to go ahead on and get into this review of Shahs of Sunset. So I wrote a couple of little notes about some things that I wanted to talk about. You know, since Anfisa has, I'm talking about Anfisa. Lord Jesus, since Asa has been pregnant, everybody in the clan now wants to be pregnant. MJ just about lost her cotton freaking mind because Asa is pregnant. Adam and Reza, now they want to go, you know, and adopt or either, you know, do in vitro and all kinds of stuff, surrogacy. They want to adopt children from Mars, okay? Everybody now wants to have a baby, including Gonessa, who we know is on some type of therapy treatment for her RA. And now she, you know, gets a phone call from the doctor saying that she's off the medicine. And if she's off of the medicine continually for the next 2 months, she can get pregnant. Okay, why did she just meet Shalom? But anyway, I'm jumping ahead of myself. But everybody now wants to have a baby because that's what Asa has. All right. When my friends was out there having babies, it didn't make me want to have no baby. It didn't make me, it didn't give me an incentive. It didn't make me want to go out to the stores and shop for baby clothes. It didn't make me do none of that. None of that. Didn't make me want to babysit them either. Didn't make me want to be nobody's godmother. It didn't make me want to do none of that. So I don't understand what the mentality is of these, you know, these Shahs, okay, in the sunset. But I just, you know, I just never was motivated like that based on what somebody else did. And I guess that's because I'm not a follower. I've always been a leader. Okay. And so we see, you know, that Gigi competition for airtime is their motivation. Okay, boo. Cling, cling, cling. Cling, cling, cling. Cling, 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 cling. Okay. I guess you're probably right about it because I just was like, okay, what in the foolishness is really going on with it? We see that Gigi has this new boyfriend. His name is Shalom. Okay. Shalom is Jewish. She doesn't know whether or not his family is going to accept her. As we all know, she was married to him for what, a week? She got the man's name tattooed on her body when she went over to Israel. Gigi, slow the hell down. You don't tattoo your body, make a permanent change to your body because you dating somebody. Girl, bye. Bye, y'all. Bye. So anyway, we see Asa go shopping with Reza. Asa's shopping with Reza, and she's talking about this miracle baby. And Reza is like, you know, when a woman turns 40, you know, usually her eggs are deteriorated. And Asa's like, not mine. It's a miracle baby. I'm having this miracle child and everything. And then come to find out while they over in Israel, okay, that she froze her eggs when she was 36 years old. Asa, I agree with MJ. Asa is a con artist. Asa, as you all know, well, many of you probably don't know, but Asa is dating Jermaine Jackson, okay? The son, Jermaine Jackson Jr. She doesn't have him on the show. If he comes on the show, you see the back of his head and the back of his ass, okay? He doesn't come on the show. So she's very secretive about her relationship with him. She doesn't want anybody to know anything. She acts like they are so in love. They've been together, I think, like 6 years or something like that. And this guy refuses to really come on the show. So all of a sudden, she pops up and she's pregnant, okay? And everybody done went off. One thing about them is everybody is up in everybody's business, as you all will find out once we continue to do this daggone review on Shahs of Sunset. But anyway, she's in the store with Reza, and she's telling Reza it was just a miracle. You know, it was just a miracle. And, you know, my eggs are now old. I'm 40 years old, and I did it all natural. No, you didn't do it all natural. If you froze eggs and they inseminated you with the eggs, that's not natural. I mean, natural is, you know, getting that, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know what I'm saying. That's what natural is, not getting naturally pregnant. When you have sexual intercourse with somebody and you, oops, wake up the next day and you're like, okay. And a couple of weeks later on, you find out, well, goddamn, something is in my stomach. Because you know what? I haven't seen my little red chick. I haven't seen my stilettos. I haven't seen my Christian Louboutin. I have not seen my red bottom. Like Carly B say, these is red bottom, these is blood shoes, okay? All right? When you ain't seen that, that's natural. Not artificial insemination. Not taking... Okay. Y'all get my drift, right? So Reza points out, I haven't even seen the latest episode, and I'm sure about getting her auntie going to start watching this show again. So anyway, here we go. So Reza points out to also, when they in the store, that MJ really having a hard time. As y'all know, MJ, was drinking every drink that was on the shelf when she found out that the girl was pregnant and was sitting outside with Mike crying and boo-hooing and all of that kind of stuff. MJ seriously got some... So anyway, also was like, you know what? Hey, I did this natural. This was a, hi, Dr. Lovey. You know I'm doing this for you, boo. So anyway, she comes out, and she tells him, MJ is messy. She makes me feel, I hate being around her. I believe the relationship with MJ is toxic, and I just don't want to be with her. And Reza's like, her dad is, in the hospital, just had a stroke. And so basically, I need you to give her some slack. Austin's not giving any slack. You know why? Because every time they up in each other's face, MJ is bringing up the past. MJ is going to always try to use something or take some situation, some conversation that they had and make Austin out to be a liar. That's MJ's M.O. with Austin. They don't like each other. They both fight for Reza's attention. I don't know why. Let Reza go on with his husband, Adam. Why two women would sit up there, two grown-ass women would sit up there and fight for Reza's attention, I don't know. But you know what? They can miss me with that too. So then we see MJ later on at the apartment. Now she done went to the local CVS drugstore, to the the Walgreens or wherever is in their community, and she goes and buy these daggone testing strips to see whether or not she's ovulating, because she was like, Tommy, you gonna get me pregnant. We're gonna be pregnant in 30 days. She believes that she, once she start ovulating, she can have sex for 5 days and then she get pregnant. Y'all, what the hell is wrong with MJ? MJ, stop this stuff. MJ, for all of you all who don't watch the show, MJ breasts are always out. Her butt is always out. Hey, from Adams Morgan. Hi, boo. Hi, Cherie. I used to go to school up near that area. Okay, till they put my ass out. So anyway, for all of you all that don't watch, MJ is one of those type of girls that she has gotten a whole lot of plastic surgery. Her butt look like a black girl's butt. She's had that plumped up and made that bigger than ever before. I don't even know how MJ sit down without doing a back bend, okay? Okay, yes, always out. She is delusional and a mess. Isn't she 45? She should focus on getting her apartment together. Hello there, somebody. Hello. So, she's dating this white guy named Tommy. Tommy is off the hook. But I'm really starting to have feelings for Tommy. I'm starting to have a little soft spot in my heart because MJ's father has had a stroke. MJ is an only child. She has a tumultuous relationship. Yeah, he loud. She has a tumultuous relationship with her mother because her mother treats her, talks to her like she's complete and total garbage. But she's always had a close relationship with her dad, and he has now had a stroke. So we see MJ going back and forth to the hospital. But when MJ decided that she was going to go to Israel, Tommy was there taking care of her dad. It takes a special kind of man and a special kind of love for a man who doesn't even know your father to step up to the plate and go back and forth to the hospital and take care of him. Mike, who did not really like Tommy at the beginning, is now starting to have, feelings for him, because really he didn't have to do that. He didn't have to do that. And at first, MJ was in denial about where her father was as far as the stroke. Reza came to the hospital. He was crying. Her dad name is Sham. And, you know, he was crying and all of that kind of stuff. But the dad really is coming around. And I'm very happy to see that he is coming around, because I don't think that MJ has the mental capacity to handle that death. When MJ's dog died, y'all. Okay, this is how crazy MJ is. When MJ's dog died, she took the dog and put the dog up in the freezer. And then went in there and got some ice cubes and made a drink while the dog was up in the freezer. That's how crazy MJ is. Just to give you a little bit about it. So we see Mike still perpetrating the fraud. Mike is still trying to Mike is still trying to get his businesses off the ground. Mike got his, you know, his failed shoe company. Mike got, now he got a moving company that ended up moving Gigi. Mike lost Jessica, okay, because he was cheating. And I understand he was cheating with an African-American young woman, okay. He liked the swirl. He's with the swirl. And so Mike is just a type of guy that just, you know, he's just, his whole life is just a facade. He has two brothers who are successful. I think one's a doctor and one's a dentist or something like that. But both of his brothers are very successful. And Mike is just kind of, you know, hanging in the balance. He going back and forth. He don't know what he want to do. First he was doing commercial real estate. Then he started working with Reza. And he just a mess. He's a nice looking mess, but he's a mess nonetheless. And so we see Mike's brother come over, you know, and he's saying that when he's separated from Jessica, that the brother David was really there for him and was like his lifeline and stuff. We see him picking out clothes and whatever. Okay, so next we see Reza and Adam having a meeting with a lady from an adoption agency, because like I said, everybody's got baby fever because Asa is pregnant. Adam wants to go surrogacy. Reza wants to adopt. So the lady comes to their house and she sits down with them and they talk about fostering to adoption. And Reza gets really teared up because they say that they want a baby. They want, you know, an infant. And the lady is like, you know, a lot of the children that are in the foster care system that need to be adopted are children that are from the lesbian, LBGT community. And so it really affects Reza because he knows, you know, being the man that he is, that he wasn't allowed to be gay. He wasn't allowed to come out and be gay. So he a little broken down behind everything. We see them going over to Israel and everything. They all getting ready. Reza's making a joke about, you know, he's going to walk up in the airport and he's going to, you know, be real loud and gay and boisterous, and he's going to make friends with the TSA agents because he doesn't want to be detained. And so wind up, they all get detained anyway. Everybody gets detained except for Asa and MJ. I think when they saw MJ's big fat ass, they was like, oh, she's black. We're going to go ahead and let her go. And then, you know, Asa was pregnant. But the rest of them was detained for one reason or another. They have this new girl that's on the show. Her name is Destiny. And Destiny is one of the people that used to be, her and her sister used to do a show on Bravo called, oh my God, what is the name of that cotton freaking show? Because I used to love People's Couch. And People's Couch would watch different TV shows, and then they would, you know, they would watch them live and they would show their real reactions to it. So she's been on the show. I don't know what she's contributing to the show. Destiny is sexy. She is. She's very sexy. I don't know what she's really contributing to the show. I guess we'll find that out later on. But, you know, it is what it is with them. So they go, you know, I'm going to skip a whole lot of stuff. We're not going line for line, precept upon precept, here a little, there a little. We're not going to do that today because I really need to just catch y'all up. All right, so once they get over to Israel, y'all know Asa. Asa is the type of person that always got some damn project. She always got something going on, whether or not she's, you know, exploring her own culture, doing a film about fingernails and how they grow in different ethnicities. You know, she's always doing something. It just, I mean, she's always... She's always trying to capitalize off of somebody else's race. She takes things from other races and other cultures and tries to make them her own. That's the best way I can say it. So now she goes over here to Israel and she wants to see whether or not Jews and Muslims can live together. She goes to this, I guess, synagogue, or goes to this place where, you know, they're, you know, cohabitating. Hey, Auntie, I'm in Houston and we in bad shape, but your reviews are everything. Thank you, boo. She is always doing something to get acknowledged and money. Yes, indeedy she is. So, you know, she's over there, you know, she goes to the good side of town, you know what I'm saying? And she meets with this rabbi and everything, and they talking, and they're talking about how they've come together. In the meantime, she got Reza and all of them. Take care, Houston, that's right. In the meantime, she has Reza and all of them in the ghetto side. Well, you know, not the ghetto side, but the more populated residential side. Let me say it like that. And Mike, who was over there, Mike, I believe is, I want to say Mike is Jewish. Correct me if I'm wrong, Dr. Lovey. But I believe that Mike is Jewish. Yes, we will be praying for you, Ashley. And I think that that's why we have not, he is, okay. Yes, he's Jewish. I think that that is why, okay, I'm going to stop real quick for Houston. I believe, but he was raised in Iran. Okay. I think that that is the reason why we have not heard from Bob Jerome. So you all make sure you say a special prayer for Bob Jerome, because I know that Bob Jerome lives in Texas, and I believe that he's in Houston as well. He is one of the people who have been with me from almost the very, very beginning. And he's always out here and very live. And I noticed that he did not, he's a Persian Jew. Okay. I noticed that he did not come out the last time. So please keep Bob Jerome in your prayers. Bob, we are praying for you out there in Texas as well. So Mike is Jewish, right? So, you know, he thinks he knows the layout of the land. He's telling everybody it's dangerous. Y'all, it's dangerous around here. You can't be taking pictures. Now, one thing I do agree with, by me living and working in Washington, D.C., which is the capital, okay, that's the nation's capital. We have tourists who are here all the time. I would not appreciate for somebody to walk up to me and ask me as a black woman whether I'm Nigerian or whether or not, you know, don't ask me anything like that. Don't walk up to me and ask me as a tourist when I'm on my lunch break or I'm just enjoying my own home city. I wouldn't appreciate that either. Don't come up and ask me, am I Christian or am I Buddhist, or don't ask me anything. So I did understand to a certain extent what Mike was talking about, because when you live in a tourist state where people are always there constantly from different walks of life, you don't expect somebody to come up and say hi with a camera in your face and say hi. Are you Christian? You Muslim? What are you? Don't do that. And now that I have my hair cut short and I don't have long hair, and it's not the traditional hair that corporate America embraces, people may get it twisted. I mean, you know, you all can't see, but I have light eyes. My eyes are like a lightish color. So I mean, it's not real prominent light, but it's light. And so people who, if you get up on me closely, you'll be able to see, oh, okay, you know, maybe she a little, bitch, bye, get up out my face. So I did understand Mike's hesitation in that, but I didn't think that the area looked like it posed a threat to anybody in the group. I didn't like Gigi's attitude about going to the wall and feeling like, you know, women are, you know, okay, look, every religion has its hang-ups. It has its thing. They believe that women pray on one side of the wall and men on the other side. You have to respect people's religions and their customs. And that was one of the reasons why I had mentioned to Dr. Lovey that I didn't want to do this. Because I didn't want it to be controversial. I didn't want to come out here and be talking about people's religions. And I didn't want to be coming out here and talking about people's ethnicities and their nationalities. That's not what I wanted to do. But I felt like the way that Gigi took it and the way that she handled it, given the fact that they went to Turkey last year with her when she was skipping to the Doodah Day and excited, then you have to learn how to embrace other people's religions and other people's cultures as well. For many of you all who have been out here with me for a long time, you know that my daughter is an international studies major. She has been to several countries. Before she went to those countries, as a young girl, she began to learn about different cultures and different religions, how different people live. One thing that I can say is that a lot of us are ignorant about cultural differences and stuff like that, because as African American, we were brought over here in chains. This was not a land that my ancestors decided that they wanted to come to and live in. And as a result of us being pulled out of our homeland and being brought here in the United States in chains and enslaved, impoverished, beaten, battered, we have lost a lot of our culture, a lot of the things that we held true to in our motherland. A lot of it we don't know. It got lost in translations. As you know, as slaves, we were sold to the highest bidder. We were sold to make babies. We were sold to breed. We were sold to take care of the master's children. And I'm not making this racial. I'm just telling you about how, as African American people and how, as Americans in general, we have lost a lot of that through the 400 years of slavery. As an African American, we have to now go, a lot of us have to go and do research and study for years and years, like my family has done, in order to find documentation about where we came from, who we are as a people. And so one of the things that I do like about Shahs of Sunset is that they know where they have come from. They know their family lineage. They know the history of their family. And they have brought that over here. But they at least have that. They have some information about who they were. Whether or not they came over here because of war, because of different things that were going on, they still have that piece. And a lot of African Americans, unfortunately, we don't have that. We lost that over 200, 300, 400 years ago. And a lot of us now are starting to pick that back up. And so I respect the fact that they're able to be friends and be both Jews and be Muslim. And even though they have their differences and they feel a certain way about it. And, you know, Reza's like, you know, Reza was so damn disrespectful. It ain't no telling what's gonna come out of his mouth. But I do like the fact that they can say what they have to say about each other's religion and they can walk away. In this country, we can't talk about racism. It is not something that we agree on. It is something that a lot of people say, it didn't happen. That didn't happen. And so it made me a little gun shy about coming out here. But when I saw Mike with his family and they kept the Jewish traditions, and I saw Reza, who was neither accepted by the Jewish side of his family, I believe, or the Muslim side of his family, my heart went out to Reza, because Mike embraces who he is around his family. That I loved it. I love seeing his aunt come in and his family come in. I love the prayers. I love all of the unity that they had. And I was glad that Reza, who had a kind of semi-negative opinion about it, was able to embrace Mike's family. And so I think I'm gonna back off of that, because I don't really want to go down that road. I'm hoping that you all understand. I don't want to go down that road. I don't like the fact that Asa exploits it. I don't like the fact that she sees it as a science project. I don't like the fact that she wants to make some money off of somebody else's life, somebody else's story, somebody else's religion, somebody else's culture. And I've noticed that with Asa since Shahs of Sunset has been on. That's her MO. And I am just waiting for Asa to come out with a bush on and to come out with the brown face. Because I'm going to tell you right now, if she come out like that and act like she's an African-American woman because she has a African-American baby in her stomach, we're going to have an issue, Asa. I'm telling you. You're not black. You are who you are. Embrace your culture. Stop trying to make money off of everybody else's culture. So anyway, she's over there. She's complaining about everything. You know, nobody's taking care of her. They end up going and having this dinner because at this point, everybody is tired of Asa playing these games, trying to act like, you know, I'm so damn pregnant. Like I'm the only person in the world that's ever been pregnant. I'm the only person in the world that ever will be pregnant. My baby that's living inside of me is the king of the Iron Throne on Game of Thrones. You understand what I'm saying? He done took Jon Snow's place and Daenerys. Okay? He done killed Cersei and he is the king of the Iron Throne. So they sit down at the table and they confront her ass. So Asa, I'm just saying. So how'd you get pregnant? Oh well, I froze some, I saved some embryos. And you know what was so arrogant about her? That she sat up there and was like, and it's 7 boys. Okay, and Asa. I have an issue with Asa. If you all have not found that out yet, I got a serious issue with Asa. It was 7 boys. I've gotten to the point where I don't believe anything she said. It probably was 1 boy and 6 girls, knowing Asa the way that I know Asa. So we see them really, they really got a problem with Asa. Okay, so in this current episode now, I'm going to bring y'all up to here now. If I go back and forth, bear with Auntie. So in this particular episode, we see Asa come home to her mother and to her father, okay? Because remember now, Asa is the savior. She's the savior of her mom and her dad. She saved her family from poverty. She's living in the home. Now, allegedly, she is living in the home that she lives in, that she claims that she got off of her blood, sweat, and tears, and by selling those little, caftans or whatever that is she calls it. She claims that she got the home from that, but allegedly, from one of my sweethearts, I found out she got the house as a result of a divorce. But she don't talk about that. She just want to talk about she's dating a Jackson. So her whole life is a facade. And that's why Mike and Gigi and Shervin is coming up against her. She gonna sit at the table and say, MJ, the only reason why I didn't tell you, okay, wait a minute. I heard she was also dating a millionaire before the Jacksons. And she probably was. One of the things that happened at the table when she got confronted at the table, when Austin sat up there and talked about a Persian millionaire. Holler at me, Persian millionaire. Holler at Dorothy. One of the things that she ended up doing at the table was she said, when MJ found out that she had frozen her embryos, because MJ said eggs, she said, I didn't freeze eggs, I froze embryos. MJ was devastated because MJ had went through the process. She had discussed it with Asa. Asa never at that time said, we got something in common. Let's bond with this thing that we have in common. Instead, Asa made an excuse and said, the reason why I didn't tell you that I did it was because I don't trust you, MJ. Really, Asa? That's the only thing that you could come up with? I believe that after MJ, this is my opinion, I believe that after MJ told her about the procedure, that she had it done after MJ. And that's why she did not discuss it with her. She probably hadn't even thought about doing it until MJ said something about it. She probably used the same doctor, same nurse, and same sheets that was on the bed. I don't trust Asa at all. But for you to come out and say that you had a natural pregnancy, come on now, Asa. Come on now. That ain't no miracle, child. It's a miracle and it's a blessing that doctors are able now to help women who otherwise would not be able to have children naturally. But don't take away the science. Don't take away the beauty of being able to go to a doctor. Having done everything in the normal pattern of trying to get pregnant, now you have doctors who can successfully help people have babies. You could be a spokesperson for that, Asa. You could talk about the process. But instead you want to hide. And then you want to tell everybody at the table, the only real friend I got is Reza. Well, what the hell are you doing on a trip then? Why the hell did you come? Why'd you come? You already sat there and said, you know how strenuous it is to be riding on an airplane at 7 months pregnant. Bitch, you ain't the only one been flying pregnant. But anyway, I digress so that I can move on. So we see Asa sitting with her parents, and she's talking about how nobody helped her. And in the meantime, they flash back and show how everybody was helping her with her luggage, pushing her around. I mean, come on, Asa, really? What do you want somebody to do? You want somebody to worship the king? Take me to the king. I don't have much to bring. My heart is torn to pieces. It's my offering. Asa, bye. Y'all. So we see Mike and all of them hanging out, and Shervin is, you know, they all on Shervin. Reza, mind your business, you self-righteous. One thing about Reza, he is so messy. He's so messy. I like Reza, don't get it twisted, but he's so messy and he's so judgmental. Back in the day, before he married Adam, he was a straight hoe. Yeah, yes, Dr. Lovey, he is miserable. Yes, he is. And now, because Shervin is a hoe, and he's dating this girl, Annalise, you're going to try to hold him to the fire. First of all, Shervin is wealthy enough to have as many women as he wants to. Did you notice how Mercedes and Reza set up their phone? Yes, they did. Yes, they did. So Reza is dating, and they knew about that affair before. Yes, they did. So Reza, they sitting in the okay. Reza with his messy ass. Okay. Annalise is dating Shervin. She's a white girl, and I believe she's from Switzerland. Switzerland or Australia, somewhere. She's from some other country. She's dating Shervin. She goes back and forth and everything. They want to hold Shervin into this monogamous relationship with this young woman. One thing about them is they try to find out dirt on everybody so they can tell. Now, last season, Gigi and Reza was at war with one another. Hi, Mistletoe. Is that Missile? Miss Leo, hi boo. So Gigi is back in good graces with Reza. She gonna do anything Reza asks her to do. If Reza asks her to do a circus flip, that's what Gigi's going to do. Okay? So Gigi is good friends with Shervin. All last season when she was drunk and doing pills and going through all of the RA crap, Shervin was in her corner. Ride or die. No matter what, Shervin had Gigi's back. I told Dr. Lovey, I don't like Gigi. Gigi flies with every wind of doctor. Hi, Bria. Everyone. I can't stand that ass. Gigi told Shervin she believed him and couldn't have invited that girl and shouldn't have invited that girl to the party. But the girl, Tara, was sitting up there at the party at somebody's house. Looked like it was at Shervin's house, sitting beside Annalise, knowing you were screwing Shervin. The girl Tara was married to this guy named Rob. They were on a Bravo show called Newlywed the First Year. She was one of those materialistic women. She worked for her husband. He was a real estate tycoon. And she worked for him. She had this fear of flying. And on Newlyweds the First Year, she ended up Tara married Rob for money. You daggone right. And he treated her like she was basically on the bottom of his shoe, because he was wealthier than her and she was employed by him. I knew their marriage wasn't going to work, but Bravo ended up dropping that show. We also saw one of the guys who was in a gay marriage. He was on this show too. I cannot remember his name, but he was on there with Tara. Anyway, I digress. So we see Shervin in the club. He picking up women. You know what I'm saying? Reza like, yeah, I want to see how you rock. I want to see how you go. I want to see what he do. Mike, you know, is still going through the thing with Jessica. He realizes that his marriage with Jessica was the best thing that ever happened to him. And they've split up. And so he really doesn't know how to recover from Jessica. So he's looking at these women. He's telling them they're beautiful. Oh, I didn't know that. Wow. So, you know, he's at the club. He's telling them they're beautiful. But at the same time, when the girl came over there and was twerking, let me work it and find out how this and saying, yeah. Mike pushed the girl and was like, go ahead. Because, see, Mike ain't really interested in that freaky stuff. You know what I'm saying? The freaks come out at night. The freaks come out at night. Mike was like, no, I'm not a freak. I want a woman who is solid. I want her to be Jewish. I want her to be the type of woman to go to work and come home and want to just be home. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Mike, let me just say this to you. This is personally to you. Let me do a close-up. Mike, I'm afraid Jessica never was going to give you what you wanted. Jessica was with you because she thought that you were rich. She thought that you was a rich bitch, like Nene Leakes on Real Housewives. She never was going to be the wife that you wanted her to be. She was always going to go and get somebody else, Mike, who had more money than you, who had a bigger door than you, and who could treat her better than you could. She was never, ever going to be the wife that you thought that she was going to be. And now that you all are separated and divorced, Mike, I need you to move on with your life, because Jessica absolutely has done so. So anyway, yeah, she was dating allegedly a Russian thug that they all were scared of. They didn't say jack about him. All of them were scared of him. So, we see MJ. MJ's at the store with Reza. Reza's like, you need to fix your place up where you living at. MJ's so messed up in the head because all she can think and concentrate on is having a baby. We see her meet Tommy at a hotel, a 5-star hotel. She comes in there with, you know, a Boohoo satin jacket on. You know the little ones you order online from Boohoo? With some little lingerie on. Okay. She comes to the door. Do I look sexy? He's like, do you look sexy? You know, they had their little drink. Their little drink called the Halle Berry. Never had one of those before. Gonna have to try it. So she comes in, you know, and everything. And there she's ovulating. She done urinated on the stick. And the stick's telling her, boo, it's time for you to go ahead and knock the boots, okay? Somebody rocking, knocking my boots. Okay. So anyway, so she, you know, she's getting on with Tommy. I think they gross. I think it just looked like just two animals just going at it. Like it's no romance. It's not, it ain't suave. It ain't, you know, it just don't have no, you know, So anyway, she comes to the party, right? No, before the party, Reza is sitting there. He's at a hookah lounge. He gets to the hookah lounge first. Yeah, like when they was in the in the DR. So he gets to the hookah lounge. And all of a sudden he just so happens to pull his phone out of his pocket. And guess what, y'all? It started ringing. What a coincidence, Reza! Oh my God! Who could be on the other end? It's MJ. MJ is calling, telling Reza, who has the phone on speakerphone, I need to keep you. Are you still alive? Yes, boo. So she says, I gotta tell you something, but you have to promise to keep it to yourself. Now, you know, if you wanted somebody to keep it to yourself, you damn sure wouldn't have told Reza. Okay, so Reza's like, what? She's like, you know, Shervin, you know, the girl that I was telling you about, Shervin, Shervin's been sleeping with Tara. And you know, Tara is married. And she got caught by her husband. And her husband put her out. Oh my God, are you serious? Yes, but don't tell anybody, Reza. That was some poor acting right there. So all of a sudden, Mike comes in. The restaurant, Reza is so fake. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. So next thing you know, Mike comes in. He got a bottle. Because, you know, they didn't serve alcohol in there. So, you know, they got to be drunk on everything they do. So, you know, they sit there. And they, you know, they smoking hookahs. And Mike like, what's up, what's up? And Reza want to tell so bad. He just don't know what to do with his fidgety ass. So the next thing you know, right, drunk and full. Okay. So the next thing you know, Shervin comes in. Shervin like, you know, hey, what's up? Reza at this point is he's going into convulsions. He wants to say something so bad. So he goes and he starts asking Shervin about his relationship with Annalise. And of course, Shervin gonna say, you know, that's the love of my life. That's who I'm with, you know, with the boo-boo and the boo-boo. Who goes around and tells everybody they having an affair? Tara, dumbass. She went and told two of her girlfriends that she was having a relationship with Shervin. And then they got back to her husband, Rob. And Rob confronted her about it and put her broke ass out with all of her little stuff with her. That's who runs around and tell. And you know damn well if you tell Gigi something, that's going to go out. She thought she found a richer man. Okay? To wife her. And Shervin's not going to wife her. Because you know what? Shervin and Annalise are going to discuss what happened and they're going to move on. She thought she found a richer man and he was Persian. Because see, Rob is rich, but he's white. And she really had a desire to marry a Persian man. So she found Shervin thinking he worshiped other races. So now, here you got your girl, blondes. Oh, okay. Clink, 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 the blondes. So now, they go to Gigi's birthday party. Gigi's turning 35. She's in there. You know, they got their, you know, their big Run DMC outfits on and their big chains and stuff like that. Y'all don't know nothing about that. Y'all know nothing about that life. But anyway. Right. So they go, you know, and they at the little party and everything, and we know it's gonna pop off because Shervin had a meeting with MJ. He called MJ to a restaurant. I was like, you know, okay, because Gigi is the one that told Shervin that it was going around. She confronted him. Shervin on camera said no, he wasn't dating her. But off camera, he told Gigi, I'm dating her. Now, mind y'all, all last season, wasn't nobody in Gigi's corner but Shervin. Okay? So now they get to Gigi's party. But before they get there, Shervin has a meeting with MJ, which he should have. Confront her from the giddy up. So Shervin is like, MJ, I hear you going around and telling everybody that I slept with Tara. And she was like, yeah, you know, this is what the girl is saying. And he's like, I ain't sleep with her. I mean, you know, I talked to her a couple of times. You know, I did the woo-woo and the boo-boo-boo. She hit me up and stuff like that, but I didn't sleep with her. I don't know anything about her. Her husband approached me about it. And I told her husband I never slept with her. Shervin, so this ain't your first time hearing it. Anytime you're going to sit up there and say that you talked to the husband. Evidently, the rumor had already been out there. But anyway, I digress. So MJ is like, I don't believe nothing he's saying. He slept with that girl. She said, so the girl just going to sit up there and lie? Let me tell you, there are women who lie, but most women not going to lie about on their vaginas. They're not going to lie and say who they've been with, unless there's like a serious mental illness up at the top of, you know what I'm saying, a mental illness. So anyway, they come on to the party. They all at the party. Of course, Reza got his little blonde wig on, his multi. Okay, so I'm going to leave their outfits alone. So they at the party. And Reza can't wait to confront Shervin. So guess who comes through the door first? Tara. Tara comes in there. What's up? What's up? Yeah, I'm about to get this thing on and popping up in here. It was supposed to be an 80s party. Right. They ain't look... So they got, you know, Gigi's like, you know, awesome. I got something for you, boo. Got a gift for you. It's a wheelchair. The party was an 80s theme party at a roller skating rink. And they push your ass around on a roller skating rink in a wheelchair. What the entire fuck is going on? I just was like... I've never seen that before in my life. That doesn't happen here in this area. I guess that's something new. I don't know nothing about that. But I'm going to digress before I say something that's going to get me in trouble out here. So anyway, they come in. The little girl Tara comes in. You know, she got her good Judy with her. And, you know, she's really ready to get this thing on and popping. She's ready to confront Shervin. All of this stuff was already set up. This stuff was set up from the giddy up. Okay, then they having a little, you know, little talk and everything, and they're like, is Shervin coming? And Tara was like, no, I don't think he gonna come. Shervin bust right through the door, had a gift for Gigi and everything. He's about the only person I saw that even came and brought her a gift. He thought that much about his friendship with Gigi that he would bring her a gift. You understand what I'm saying? So Tara's standing over there. I don't want to say nothing too sure. And at the same time, you know, scooting over and looking at him, can't keep her eyes off of him and everything. And so, you know, they do what they do with the woo-boop and the boo-boo-boo. And so, you know, he gets confronted. You know, Austin needs special treatment. She claims her friends do nothing for her lying ass. Absolutely. So sick of that daggone Austin. I can't wait till she had that daggone baby. But you know what? The thing about it is, once she had the baby, she gonna be like, it's gonna be like Lion King. So anyway, she sits up there, you know, and they confront Shervin basically and ask Shervin, did he sleep with the girl? The girl's going to confront him as well. How low class are you? You did sleep with me. You did sleep with me. We was having an affair together. We was. I told my husband. Woo, 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 woo. Okay. All right. At the end of the night, y'all, it got messy. Gigi got confronted by Reza, who's already pressed to be in Reza's life. And he asked her, did Shervin tell you that he admitted to sleeping with Tara? And Gigi said, yeah. Gigi, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. It ain't no friendship and no relationship that was tighter than you and Shervin. Why you couldn't cover Shervin's back on that, I understand. Her baby isn't going to be on the show. She won't even post a picture. You know her child is a Christ reincarnated. And it's a Jackson. Like somebody is really, not the Lion King. Yes, the Lion King. Like somebody is really checking for a Jackson. Ain't nobody checking for no Jackson. You said the same thing I said, Dr. Lovey. Ain't nobody checking for a Jackson. Now, if it had been back in 1977, 78, 79, 80, you know what I'm saying? We would have been checking for it. It would have been, you know, a big deal. But ain't nobody checking for no Jacksons no more. But see, that just goes to show you how out of touch Austin really is. Whatever. At the end of the night, Reza goes running back to Shervin, and he's like, you have been sleeping with the girl. What's your point, Reza? What's your point? They too into each other's business. They got too much going on. Reza feels like because he is now saved, sanctified, born again, fire baptized, and no longer a hoe, that he has the right to judge somebody else who is not married, who may be in a committed relationship, but his girl isn't here. If the man wanted to keep it to himself, let him keep it to himself. That's his business. He doesn't owe you all an explanation about what he does with his duel. That's all y'all talk about is duels anyway. MJ is up in a hotel, you know, when they was in Israel freaking everybody because she's so drunk they playing spin the tail on the bottle. Y'all do all kinds of stuff and break all kinds of rules. Y'all do stuff that I would be ashamed to even sit in the room. Misery Loves Company. The show should be called Frenemies. Absolutely. Shahs of Frenemies. Frenemies of Shahs or what? They all do all kinds of stuff to me that's inappropriate and crosses the line. But they all stand around and judge one another. Reza has always got to be Queen Bee. He's always got to be the one that's in the mix or something. MJ is the one who is cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. She don't know her head from a hole in the ground. But she's always the one that has something to say with somebody and doesn't have the mental capacity to handle being challenged about her own stuff. She shuts down like some schizophrenic woman living in a psych ward. Shervin is living his life. Let him live his life. Gigi, you go out to Israel after dating somebody for 2 weeks and you put a tattoo of them on your side. You was one step away from a full-fledged rehab center for alleged drug abuse and alcoholism. And you got the nerve to step on the toes and out the person who was in your back, in your corner the whole entire time. All because you want to be in Reza's good graces. The first time you flip a switch with Reza, it's going to be over. Reza is not the person who is going to be true to you, Gigi. He can only have 2 friends at a time. That's Asa and MJ. You're not the one. You need to grow up, get a job, and live a responsible life. I can't stand you sometimes, Gigi. And I know you trying to change your life. What I need you to do is go back on your medicine and not get pregnant. That's what I need you to do. Mike, It's a done deal with Jessica. Move on. Find you somebody new. Adam, go ahead on and adopt a child. Foster the child first so that you can understand what it really means to be a parent. You are fascinated with wanting to have a child. Reza, you asked Reza, what do you want? He said a healthy baby. Reza asked you, what did you want? You said a little girl so I can dress her up. There is more to being a parent and to parenting a child than dressing them up. A little girl, that's the least of your worries, is making her look cute. And like he told you, she's not a toy. You bring a child into your life, you're going to have a rude awakening that parenthood is not a joke. Every day of your life is spent thinking and praying for that child, especially in the society that we live in. We can't take anything for granted anymore. And you want to play dress up. What I suggest that you do is, if you don't foster a child, get a Cabbage Patch doll or a Bratz doll or maybe a Barbie doll and dress that up so you don't make the mistake of raising a child, bringing a child in this life and into this world and into your home and messing that child up for the rest of their life, making them materialistic, superficial. That's not what you want to do. The lady told you all that 20% of the children who are in foster and adoption, put up for foster and up to be adopted, are just like you and Reza, and they're teenagers. You could probably do more service by helping one of those kids. And you can foster them without having the commitment of adopting them. And if you find it's something that you're mature enough to handle, then adopt them. But you can't adopt a real life child just to dress it up, because it's gonna poop, it needs to eat, it needs emotional stability, it needs mental stability, it needs all of that stuff, it needs guidance. There's so much to raising a child. I have an 18-year-old child who will be 19 years old in October, and it doesn't get easy. It actually gets harder the older they are, because there's so many temptations and so many wolves that want to eat them up like prey. Think about it before y'all bring a child into this world. It is not easy. So I am going to wrap this up. I have gone longer than I had anticipated. I thank you all for coming out here. I know you all didn't have a lot to say tonight because you was listening, and this is not a show that you are familiar with, but I'm so glad you came out here anyway. Dr. Lovey, I hope that you are happy that Auntie has finally done this review. I will be sure to do a more thorough review on it. I know you appreciate it, sweetie. Tell your husband I said hi. But I will be coming out next Sunday and doing a thorough review of it, because now we are caught up. My intention tonight was to review it and try to get everybody caught up. For those of you all who are not looking, you can look at the show. Good night, Bria. Good night, everybody. I love y'all to pieces. And until Thursday, have a good week. Bye. Love you too, boo. Love you, Dr. Lovey.